Yes, Southie Mainline Chrysler right now. We're into March. Over $260,000 in total discounts across the remaining 2024 vehicles. $2,000 off to $16,000 off. If you're looking for a good 2024 in-service date, hasn't happened yet. Southie Mainline Chrysler, worth the drive every time, guaranteed. Southie, Saskatchewan. Benny Walchuk, wearing a sport coat. Looking sharp because he's got a hockey game to call this evening between the Nipawin Hawks and the Melville Millionaires. Do the Melville Millionaires continue it tonight, Benny? What are we at? Are we at 10 or 11?
We're at 11 right now.
Whoo! 12.
Battle. It's adversity tonight, though. They got a few injuries, a couple sicknesses. Jaden Iogan, their two top scorers are out due to injury and sickness. It was a banged up game. It was a great hockey game on Saturday here against the Humboldt Broncos. Playoff type feel, but battling through a little adversity. Have a couple APs in the lineup, but Doug Johnson said on his pregame chats they're just finding ways to win hockey games, and there's probably another night here to battle through some adversity against a very good Nipawin team that's playing some very good hockey. Who
are the APs? Let's give a shout out. Do you know the names?
Carter Wingert. He's their first-round pick last year. He plays with PHA, Prairie Hockey Academy, there in Caronport. So it's a good young-and-comer, big kid, 6'3", 380 pounds. Local product out of the area, Regina area. So it's going to be good for him to get into his first SJHL debut tonight.
What's the buzz around town, Benny? When a team goes on a heater like that, attendance usually goes up. It's the water cooler talk. People bring out more clothing and they just fly that. What?
Whoa! What are we? People in Melville bring out more clothing.
Like I meant, like merchandise, the jerseys, T-shirts. I meant like that.
The nudist colony starts to come to games.
Just more clothing in general. I don't know. I mean, more merchandise, and everybody's wearing the jerseys or the T-shirts or the hats, or just talk about what's the hum around town.
It's humming pretty good. Yeah. No, actually, like I seen on Saturday, there's rally towels. They've had rally towels last year, and they had fans bringing them out there. A lot of young kids are buying more merchandise. More parents are making the trip from around Saskatchewan that have kids in the team. So there is a buzz around the organization. 50-50 is almost $4,000 for a regular season game, which is pretty good to take home to the winner. I think there's over 1,100 people at the game on Saturday. So the buzz is around the community, and the biggest thing is the weather's getting warmer. The snow's starting to melt, and it's feeling like playoff weather, so that's the best time of year.
People are shedding clothing. Shedding of the clothing. Okay, let's go to the standings here. If you're watching the stream, we're going to pull up the standings, Benny. So what are we looking at here? When does Humboldt clinch anytime soon here? They got to have an X beside their name soon.
Yeah, I think it's a couple points away. So they're about a win or overtime loss away from the biggest battle right now is between Kindersley and LaRange. Kindersley is coming in 1 point up on LaRange. They both have 4 games remaining. They both had a big matchup this past weekend where LaRange took 3 or 4 points. So LaRange has got a little bit of a tougher schedule. They got 2 Flin Flon, 2 Melfort coming in. But Melfort's clinched top seed. Flin Flon's clinched top seed right now, so they can't really move. So who knows if they're going to be resting guys, if they're going to try to win these games out. So that's kind of up in the air right now. Then Kindersley has Notre Dame, Humboldt, and then 2 against Battleford, who's still battling as well. So strength of schedule probably in favor of the Kindersley, but right now LaRange Ice Wolves are playing much better hockey. They're playing that Kevin Kaminsky's type hockey like Bidsy knows so well. They're playing good at the right time, and there's excitement right now in LaRange. It's their last few games here, which they don't hopefully in the regular season at the Mel Hagelin Uniplex before they move over to the JRMCC there on Aaron. So it's maybe the last hurrah here for the people in LaRange and the Mel Hagelin Uniplex. And they don't want their season to end, and they don't have their final game here the next week or so.
If the playoffs started, how many regular season games does each team play in the SJ?
56.
56. So playoffs started today. Would we still see that Yorkton Melville or no?
We would right now, if the playoffs had ended today, we'd see Yorkton Melville. Yep. Yorkton's at 63 points, Melville's at 61, and then Weyburn's at 64 and third right now. So it'd be that highway team battle, which would be great for both communities financially, and for me, if I don't have to travel as much, and I get an automatic berth into round number 2, which is nice too. So
yes.
Benny, I was going to ask you, you just touched on it. I haven't had a chance to talk to you in a while. So, but I do know that Killer said, of course, there's announced that the Ice Wolves are going to get a new home next year, which is good because that old rink has a lot of history. But man, that roof is low. Shink, have you ever been to the rink there?
No, I've seen pictures. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like they're playing in the basement of a church hall.
Yeah. Well, for those that know from Saskatoon, it's like they're playing at Lions Arena in Saskatoon. You can't even dump the puck down the ice without it hitting the roof. So maybe I was just going to ask you, Benny, about this new home for La Ronge. And I know there's some expansion there. There's some renovations that they're doing for the Ice Wolves. Maybe just a bit more on that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you said, they've had history there. They've built teams around the rink to play in the rink. Like you get in trouble in the rink, you don't have to dump it. You just dump it off the roof to get out of trouble right now. And right now it's not a penalty. So it's a very interesting aspect, but it has history. They've had 2 league championships in that rink. And a lot of people that are from that town of La Ronge there, they've been in the organization for a long time, and it's a change. Like it's just moving across the road, or it's just a different venue. But that rink is going to have some renovation. They're getting a new center ice score clock, I believe. They're getting a dressing room expansion, and it's going to be a much more maybe more comfortable place to watch hockey games there at the place there at the JRMCC. So that's good, and it's just a great move for all around. Just like Notre Dame, great history there, but moving to La Ronge is just best for the organization, also best for the SJHL too.
How far away? So now people that is it in town or is it out of town?
It's about 5 kilometers away. Yeah, well, give or take about 5K, so not too far.
No, because you know some of the elder statesmen. It's like, I gotta drive. Got to go across town now. Okay, let's go this first. What's our worth the drive games of the week for Southie Mainline Chrysler? What are we looking at here?
I'm going to go home and home this weekend, Weyburn and Melville. They played last week on Friday, good game in Weyburn, but Friday in Melville, or in Weyburn, Saturday afternoon in Melville at 3 o'clock start before the Millionaires have their comedy nights here on Saturday night. So I'm going to go with that home and home with Melville and Weyburn, which Millionaires can get 2 wins here. Win tonight, they could vault over both Yorkton and Weyburn for third place right now. So it's a big crucial battle. And for the Weyburn Red Wings, they've got a little bit of a skid right now. This kind of proves if they're going to be for real, if they can clinch that third seed and home ice in round number 1.
Tell us more about this comedy night in Melville.
You just dropped that in there. I was like, what? Comedy?
Millionaires Comedy Night. That's a big fundraiser for the hockey club on Saturday. They got Joel Jeffrey and Jody Peters coming in on Saturday as well. Matt Mary hosting it. So it's a great little fundraiser. They play 3 o'clock on Saturday. Then with the convention center here, the Cornerstone Convention Center, fans can just walk down the steps and go right into the convention center here at the rink. So that's great. So beef on a bun for $10 and a great night of laughs and some good fundraising for the hockey club as well. And also Millionaires get to be servers too. So they kind of get auctioned off to be servers. Those that are of age to serve, they get to be kind of their waiters for the night for everybody at the table.
Beef on a bun. There's probably a jar of pickled eggs at the bar. Are you going to this thing, Benny?
I hope to get to. And actually, speaking of pregame meal, I had Keshka for pregame meal tonight. So I'm ready to go for tonight.
Wow.
I was going to say, comedy night, though, comedy night. Say hi to Jody Peters from Bidsy. I played flag football with him a couple of years ago until we both pulled our groins, and I think we handed in our flag football jerseys, and that was it.
And then
I will definitely.
I hope the executive puts up no shirt, no shoes, no service for the comedy night in Melville, because clothing is a issue. Okay, and then we got to end it with some senior hockey talk, man. I was in Wynyard the other night. Scary situation with former Regina Pats Connor Hobbs. Lucky to hear he's okay. It sounds like hockey's done for him now. Wynyard looked good. Round Lake pushed a bit. That facility, as you told me, great barn. Wi-Fi suspect at best. Great barn nonetheless. Hospitable people in Wynyard. But Round Lake finishes them. So now we got Round Lake Lumsden, a rematch of last year's Benny. You might have to take in one of those.
I might have to. Round Lake is very good. They have great, and Brady Keeper is a game changer. I've seen Brady play in the MJHL with OCN or the Blizzard. He single-handedly took them to the league championship or league final that year. He played in the NHL. He's got great talent as Brady, and he's just a game changer on the back end, getting some good goaltending. But Lumsden, we've seen him play. they've picked up a few guys. I know guys from their league team. Regan Seiferling, I had a chance to call Regan when he played with Yorkton. He's a Division I player. He doesn't play with them all year. He's added to their roster. So they've added some guys into their roster. So I think it's going to be an entertaining series. I think it's going to be kind of same as last year, but I think Lumsden is just a little bit more physical. But this Round Lake team is very, very good and better than last year. So we'll see what happens. It's going to come down to goaltending. I know we talked about Dan Bakla, Matt Cron for Round Lake, and Brandon Holpe and Dawson McCauley and them for the Lumsden Monarchs. So goaltending is going to be big there. And I know we talk about it. Foam Lake doesn't get talked about as much, but Foam Lake has a chance to be a double banner winner here, and they have a chance to advance to the provincial final with the win over Assiniboia this weekend. And then it sets up a showdown with possibly Wilkie in the provincial final. So those guys in Foam Lake, they're very, very active on Twitter, and they don't think they have a lot of respect, but they are a very good hockey club. I wouldn't be surprised if they were in A right now that they'd be battling with the Lumsdens, and they're just that good.
Chikai. Foam Lake guys. The Nooner gave you guys lots of love. You guys are riding number one team in the province for a long time there. So nothing but love for the guys in Foam Lake. Foam Lake Wilkie. That'd be a great 3-game series. All right, Benny. Not everybody looks as good as you there in Melville tonight. Sharp dress. Not everyone has their picture on doors at hockey rinks either. So
I know.
Have a good call, buddy. We'll catch up.
Sounds good, guys. Take care.
See you, Benny.